Hey everyone, this is Matt with the Fundamental Investing Institute. Thank you for tuning in today. I came across a couple of articles over the weekend that I wanted to discuss, and these articles were in the most recent Barron's, so that would be the September 9th edition. Two articles that I thought were really interesting. One was, they're both on really great investors. One is on a man named Ray Dalio, and if you don't know who Ray Dalio is, he is the founder of what I believe is still the largest hedge fund in the world. The firm is called Bridgewater Associates, and they are a global macro hedge fund. So they really trade financial markets based on views and insights that they have on what's going on in the world economy. And Dalio in the past has been very good, and his firm has been very good at finding inflection points and different macroeconomic risks and profiting from them. In the last several years, he's sort of been sharing his insights through books and different things. They're kind of known for using history as their guide in making trades, and that's very interesting to me because we study financial history a lot at our firm and use it a lot to gain insight into business transactions and investments. So one of the things that Dalio is now doing, I guess, is he's going to offer some courses, and he's going to write some books on his trading methodology, which is not something that he's shared a lot in the past. So it's kind of interesting, but in the article he talks about some of the broad macro themes, and if you're following the financial news, they're pretty usual stuff about the U.S. and China, the world's partisanship that we're seeing not only in the United States and in different countries, the state of our fiscal debt, different things. But it's interesting to hear this from someone like Dalio. So we pay a lot of attention to what he and a few others say, especially on the macro picture. The other article is from another investor who's a bottom-up. He's now retired, but he's a bottom-up stock picker who's been very well known throughout his career. His name is Chuck Royce, and he's the founder of Royce Investment Partners. And they are known. They're known as value investors. So they're a fund company that looks for stocks that they think are trading well below the actual business value of the companies. And he's had a pretty good record over his career. He's really considered one of the best fund managers of all time. And in the article, he's sort of talking about some of the trends that he's seen, particularly in smaller companies, which is really his specialty. He focused on small cap companies. So those are companies with generally with market capitalizations of under $2 billion. I think he's done a lot in the $2 to $5 billion range as well. But market capitalization is the aggregate value of all the stock, right? So you take the stock price and you multiply that by the shares outstanding, and that's kind of the total value of the equity. And he's focused on these relatively smaller companies. And one of the interesting things that's happened in that market is companies are staying private longer. There's a much more robust private equity market, where companies before, if they were private equity owned, they generally come back in the public market. Now companies that are private equity owned or they're privately owned are selling to other private equity firms, and they're staying in public markets much longer. So actually the number of stocks in that small cap universe has shrunk, and it's making it difficult for investors. So Royce is talking about some of these trends that's kind of happened, but really both investors have very important insights for regular retail investors. I'm certainly not advocating that anyone go out and try to necessarily replicate what they're doing, but I think they have important insights. So anytime that we come across these kind of interesting articles that I think are going to be relevant for private investors, we'll put them out. We'll talk about them a little bit in these videos. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see everyone next time.